What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Jen and Barry's video. We have the annual traditional food fight collection for this year to launch some new polishes, and we also have an awesome Black Friday sale. So as I previously mentioned on some of my other Black Friday shenanigans videos for this week, I had some personal things go on in October, and I didn't get to all of the videos that I created content for during that time. So I'm just going to sneak those into this video too, so we have a nice juicy meaty video to check out. I've got her Halloween stuff. I have another super shimmery good collection too. So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. Starting off with Black Eyed Pleas. This is a light taupe curly base with tiny gold and orange iridescent flakes with black flakes. We have a very neutral base going on here, and we have lots of flaky action too. This had a very creamy, smooth formula to it, and I thought 2 coats was perfect. Honestly, the color and the overall scheme of this one, it reminds me of like this mushroom gravy my mom used to make on holidays. So I was just blown away with how utterly appropriate this one was. Cold Clucked is a burnt orange polish with tiny gold and orange iridescent flakes, black flakes, and hollow flakes. We have a jelly formula going on here too, and it builds to opacity very quick. This is so rich and dense in how it builds up. I think 2 coats is perfect. Now, I found that my glossy top coat that I'm using right now was perfectly fine, but if you have a thinner top coat of whatever you're using, I'm going to suggest maybe a thin coat of glitter smoothing top coat. That's just because this dried down very thirsty. Kicking Asparagus, or should I say Kicking Asparagus, is a black polish with strong golden green shifting shimmer, hollow microflakes, and a touch of tiny orange iridescent flakes. I have to say that this polish is freaking asparagus on the nail, and I never thought that sentence could be a thing, but it is. And as much as I think asparagus spears are so cute, this is like beautiful asparagus. What a weird thing to say. This is rich and smooth and shimmery good. I think 2 coats and a glossy top coat is perfect. Tossed Knuckles is a grape jelly base with copper gold green shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes. This is so pretty, and it builds up like a true jelly. With that said, I'm going to suggest going up to 3 coats and a glossy top coat. I chose to use a thin layer of glitter smoother, and that's just because I felt like I was a bit textured in how the flakes laid down. This builds so pretty on the nail. I would suggest a blurring base coat of some sort if a visible nail line bothers you and you have a prominent free edge. It is pretty decent on opacity, but I think in really bright lights, and if you went in a touch thin, you might see your smile line. So I figured it was worth mentioning. And here is the Line Ride. This is described as a smoky base with a blue to purple fine shifting shimmer, silver magnetic shimmer, and holographic flakes. We have a chrome type of finish, and it builds very easily to opacity with a wonderful viscosity. I'm going to suggest going in for 2 coats and a glossy top coat. It will have the harsh dry down of a chrome type of finish. So if your top coat is on the thinner side, you may want to use a glitter smoother. That caveat applies here too. Now, Caffeine Drips and Shopping Trips was the gift with purchase polish. Unfortunately, I believe it is sold out at the time that I'm getting this video up. I do apologize about that. I went ahead and included it in the video just in case for some reason it comes back or anything like that. There is documentation and nail polish history, for lack of better words, for it. We have a wonderful glitter bomb going on here. The glitters are not the ultra textured type that dry down very gritty. I was very surprised that I didn't really feel the need to use a glitter smoother with this. It dried down very soft and just a touch thirsty, but my regular top coat was perfect. And this is so versatile and sparkly in person. And then moving into the Halloween trio, we've got Smack My Witch Up. This is a neon purple jelly base packed with violet, magenta, shifty iridescent shimmer and black flakes and contrasting gold to yellow shifty iridescent flakes. This is so pretty. And I have to say, I love Jen and Barry's shimmers, but she does flakes so ridiculously well too, as we're seeing throughout this video. There's pretty much nothing I don't think she can make that's not beautiful at this rate. Smack My Witch Up is wonderfully opaque between 2 to 3 coats. I personally chose to have a slow and steady buildup on this, so I took it to 3 thin coats, a thin coat of glitter smoother and glossy top coat. The bottom of the bag 2.0 is a neon orange jelly packed with copper to gold shifty iridescent flakes and black flakes. The difference between 1.0 and 2.0 is it now has added sprinkle of contrasting violet to magenta shifty iridescent flakes. So we have a very flattering orange, and this builds up ridiculously well to opacity. Very similar to the previous one, or rather, I should say the entire Halloween trio is pretty opaque at 2 coats, but I wanted to see how much I could pack onto my nails, and I wasn't mad at it. So I didn't have too much polish on my nails, and it wasn't, too much over buildup or anything like that. So your preference on that. If you go up to 3 coats, again, I will very much urge you to go in thin. Lofty Ghouls is a neon green jelly base packed with green to blue shifty iridescent flakes and black flakes with contrasting violet to magenta shifty iridescent flakes. Another really flattering color. And if you did not pick up the Halloween trio, I urge you to, especially during this sale. These are so pretty and so luminous. And we have a strong mosaic effect as we have these flakes lay down on the nail. Lofty Ghouls out of the trio is probably the lighter one in terms of formula and whatnot. But as you can see, it still builds up really well at 2 or 3 coats, your preference. Again, I used a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat, and I was good to go. And moving along here with the Villains set, part 2. This is the Max Factor, described as a burgundy jelly base packed with glowy red to gold shifty shimmer and scattered black to red shifting micro flakes. This is so lush and pretty and shimmery good. I'm going to strongly suggest 3 light coats to build it up to opacity. If you take it to 2 normal or heavy coats, that's fine. I think it'll work that way if you prefer to apply polish that way, but I feel like you're not going to get as good shimmer payoff, which I say that really lightly because I know you're watching the video and you're like, Trish, this is a shimmer bomb. And yes, I do agree with that, but I'm just going to stick with my preferred 3 super thin coats on polishes like this. This has a glorious orangey copper shift at angles. Queen Bee is a black base with gold to green magnetic pigment, emerald green and gold flakes, and a touch of iridescent gold sparks. We have a very metallic-like effect on application going on here. If you choose to wear it unmagnetized, this is a lovely green, somewhat metallic, almost chrome looking appearance from the magnetic pigment. And when you magnetize it, it is stunning. It is so very contrasting with the backdrop of that super dark green and the magnetic effect. So loads of movement going on here. I have to say, makers lately have been killing it with their magnetics. I don't think I've seen a magnetic quite yet that I didn't prefer either unmagnetized or magnetized. They have been very versatile lately, so kudos to the makers. Temporal Incursion is a bold blue jelly base with green to gold to blue shifty shimmer and hollow flakes. So like I said previously, Jen & Berries does shimmers ridiculously well, and here we have a great example. I mean, this whole video is just littered with them, but this is very pretty. As a blue lover myself, I very much appreciated it. Out of this entire video, if you're asking for my favorite picks, I'm going to have to say Temporal Incursion, the Max Factor, and maybe Kicking Asparagus. That one was really pretty too. So on Temporal Incursion, I'm going to suggest 3 light coats or 2 normal coats and a glossy top coat, and you're good to go. Seskapades is a blurple jelly base with glowy blue purple and pink orange iridescent shifting flakes and black flakes. We have a similar buildup to the Halloween trio in that you can get away with 2 coats if you enjoy a lighter type of appearance, but if you want that super jam-packed, ultra opaque look, I think 3 light coats is perfect. You're going to get that beautiful, strong pond effect with the flakes in between your coats. And you may want to use a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat because this will leave you a touch textured and thirsty in a flaky type of fashion. This is such a flattering, glowy type of flaky finish. Chaos Theory is a gray base with black and silver flakes and a touch of holographic microflake sparkle. We have a wonderful type of build going on with this one. I can easily see this is going to topper really well. It's going to have quite a bit of versatility, especially as we saw that first coat there, in that the base itself is quite light. Now, if you wanted to wear it to full opacity, which is how it's intended, if you prefer that softer look, I think 2 normal coats is perfect. But if you polish like myself, 3 thin coats is going to be your friend. I did use a glitter smoother on this one too, because it did have a touch of texture from the metallic flakes. This one is like, I don't know, I feel like it's like rainbow concrete in how it builds up. Very pretty and almost like a granite appearance. And here we have the Willet Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So we have lots of flaky finishes and shimmer finishes going on here. I feel like at this rate, out of this Black Friday marathon I've had this week, all of you know what I'm going to say, because these all passed my topper test in my opinion. I say matchy match undies, dark colors will work really well with all of these. You can have some versatility, but just keep in mind we've got lots of very tinted bases if you're going to do anything light colored. Caffeine Drips, of course, is the super outlier in that it can absolutely be toppered over anything or, of course, worn on its own. So I will just say that on my PPU video, I really appreciated everybody commenting with the food that y'all were eating this week. I got some really nice inspirations on there for maybe my holiday dinner, and they sounded so yummy. I personally don't have any leftovers after the smoked turkey and all the pies that I made. Honestly, I'm thinking about making some more pies after this video and the food fight collection. So let's wrap up with the sale info. So Jen & Berries is going to have a pretty amazing Black Friday sale. The sale is going to start Sunday, November 24th, and it's going to run until Monday, December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. The rest of the shop for regularly priced items is going to be 25% off. And there's going to be a $4 photo finish and repave, which is a top coat. There's going to be a $5 quick dry glossy top coat, matte top coat, and a ridge filling base coat. $20 grab bags, which includes 6 full-size mystery prototypes and 1 per order for that. That's a really good deal. There's going to be a $5 mystery collab overpours, 5 max limit on that. And the food fight quad is going to be 45 or 12 each. Other deals on here, she has so many. There's going to be 3 for $10 cuticle oils. That's fantastic. $20 Manny Essential set, which includes cuticle oil, quick dry glossy top coat, ridge filling base coat, cuticle glass pusher and buffer file, $1 stickers, $2.50 Jen & Berries rainbow pen, and $7 cuticle pusher and buffer file combo. That's all going to be right here next to me, so it's nice and clean. That's a great sale. Take advantage of that. I will link you all below to Jen & Berries website, and I'll also link you to the Facebook group if you want to get in there, interact with Jen. She is super sweet and funny. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.